Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Tuesday, September 30, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, good morning. How's that coffee hitting the spot today?
Morning, David. It's doing the trick, nice and hot. Yours?
Black and strong, just like my resolve to survive another sales meeting. Grab the paper on the way in. Did you see that UN speech from the Chinese premier?
Yeah. Li Qiang's address last week. He emphasized boosting UN cooperation on AI and cultural exchanges, but drew a hard line against tariffs and one-sided policies. It's a clear signal on global trade dynamics.
Right? The guy's basically saying, let's collaborate, but don't mess with our economy. Makes me think about our export deals. Could open doors if tensions ease.
It could, but it underscores the fragility in international economics right now. With the US pushing back, supply chains might get even more unpredictable.
Unpredictable is my middle name in sales. Remember that client in Shanghai last quarter? This could affect their budgets big time.
True. And as a project manager, I'm already modeling scenarios for delays. It's all interconnected.
Speaking of interconnected, have you heard the latest on Elon Musk and Tesla? That pay package they're floating is insane.
The one from the New York Times article? Yeah, it's proposed to be worth up to $1 trillion if Tesla hits those sky-high targets over the next decade.
1 trillion. The board's tying it to stuff like boosting market cap to 8.5 trillion and ramping up to 20 million cars a year. Guy could be the first trillionaire.
Exactly. And it includes milestones for robotaxis and AI bots too. It's designed to keep Musk locked in as CEO, focusing on innovation.
Locked in? More like motivated by a mountain of cash. But hey, in tech sales, we could learn from that. Link bonuses to wild growth targets.
It does raise eyebrows on executive compensation. The Washington Post piece noted how it could widen the wealth gap in Silicon Valley. What do you think about the fairness angle?
Fairness? In business, it's all about results. If Musk delivers, Tesla stock soars, and our portfolios benefit indirectly. But yeah, 1 trillion feels like a different league.
It is. CNN called it unprecedented, pegged to ambitious goals like 1 million robotaxis on the road. Pushes the envelope on what's possible in EVs.
EVs and beyond. Optimus robots too. Imagine if our company had a visionary like that, sales would be through the roof.
Visionary, sure, but it also spotlights reliance on one person. Succession planning must be a nightmare for Tesla's board.
Nightmare? More like a high-stakes game? Anyway, lightening up, I saw this piece in the Wall Street Journal on generational workplace values. It's sparking some real clashes.
The one about how millennials and Gen Z are prioritizing purpose and flexibility over traditional pay and stability. Yeah, it's reshaping office dynamics.
Totally. Boomers built careers on loyalty and climbing the ladder. But younger folks want work-life balance and meaningful impact right away.
It's true. The article highlighted surveys showing 60% of under 30s would switch jobs for better mental health support. As PM, I see it in retention rates.
Retention? Our team's a mix. I've got a millennial rep who's always pushing for remote days, while the old guard grumbles about back in my day.
That generational divide is real? USA Today ran a similar story, noting how it's leading to hybrid models becoming the norm to bridge the gap.
Hybrid's a lifesaver. Remember last week's team huddle? The debate on 4-day weeks nearly derailed the agenda.
It did, but it's forcing companies to adapt, more perks like wellness programs or SG initiatives to attract talent.
ESG. That's the purpose angle. Younger crowd wants to work for companies that do good, not just grind for profit. Smart move keeps morale up.
Morale is key. The Boston Globe touched on how this shift could boost productivity long-term if managed well. What about your sales team? Any clashes?
Oh yeah, my top closer is Gen Z, fresh out of college. She questions every cold call script for authenticity. Drives me nuts, but her close rate is killer.
Authenticity over efficiency? Classic clash, it makes me reflect on my own values. Started in a more structured era. but I appreciate the push for balance now.
Balance is gold. Without it, burnout hits hard. This news makes me glad our office has that casual Friday vibe.
Casual Fridays help, but deeper changes are coming. The Washington Post had an op-ed on how it's altering leadership styles to more empathetic approaches.
Empathetic bosses? Sign me up. Our manager could use a dose. He's all metrics and no chit-chat.
True, but it's evolving. These stories show the world's changing fast, economics, tech, and now how we work.
Changing fast is right. Keeps us on our toes. Hey, did that UN speech mention anything specific on trade deals we might tap into?
It did. Push for multilateral talks on sustainable development. Could mean green tech partnerships, aligning with Tesla's EV push, interestingly.
Green tech? Now you're connecting dots. If China opens up, maybe joint ventures in batteries or something. Sales dream?
Dream or reality, we'll see. But it ties back to that pay package. Elon's betting big on autonomy and AI to hit those numbers.
Betting big, yeah. The Guardian reported on how the package requires Tesla's value to jump from 1 trillion to 8.5 over 10 years. Ambitious much?
Very. And no base salary, all performance-based. Motivates risk-taking, but what if markets tank?
Tank? In this economy, who knows? But for us, it's a reminder to hustle on those quarterly goals.
Hustle wisely. On the generational front, I read how companies ignoring these values lose top talent. Turnover costs are huge.
Huge. Like losing a deal mid-pipeline. We've had quits because of no flex hours. Time to advocate upstairs.
Advocate away, it could improve projects too. Diverse perspectives drive better outcomes.
Diverse and driven. That's the future. Anyway, my cup's empty. Refill?
Sure, one more? This chat's the best part of the morning.
Best part, hands down, makes the grind worthwhile.
It does. Now about that Tesla vote, shareholders decide in November, right?
Yep, per the filings. If it passes, Musk's influence skyrockets with more voting shares.
Influence over wealth, as he says. Interesting pivot.
Pivot King reminds me of Project Pivots, adapt or die.
Adapt or die, exactly. And in workplaces, adapting to generational needs is the new norm.
New norm, love it. Our coffee breaks should count as team building.
They do in my book. Keeps us aligned amid all this news chaos.
Chaos to opportunity. All right, back to the desk. Let's make today count.
You too. Catch you later.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.